that required apparently no mag picks. 0 mag picks required for that.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves
Philosophical
one
what
of
now?
those.
I'm looking for the Jill. Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
So where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Oh yeah, what's going on? You and me both.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Well, you know,
It's not like
I'll keep
Zoe
an
to
eye
go
out.
wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it.
I'll find her.
Honest.
Okay, I'll leave you be. Wait, should I ask her about Zoe? I can't remember if she has anything.
What is it?
To say about?
I'll tell you what
I
I
don't
can.
think she does. How well do you know
Well,
her?
enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Seems so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with her. Yeah.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
That wasn't sarcastic at all. Any idea where she might be
Vex
hiding?
me.
I know where she's hiding.
If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
I'll check it.
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss
Them
was
there
about.
serial dramas, huh? Well, be. All right. Well,
What is it?
okay. I'll leave you be. You coming in? Hello? I'll just get ready to snag that bit cartridge right there. That's why I closed the doors so I could hear somebody coming in. It's a good thing I did. I want to break into that too. But you know what? We'll do that some other time because I happen to know
Oh, that's Thomas.
I'll be able...
Follow me around before he left the cannery.
Oh yeah, right. She's got a friend. Is that Thomas? No. Where's Thomas? He's around here somewhere. No. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go talk to him here in a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna steal anything. It's not necessary. I'll be able to do so freely at some point. Won't have to worry about it. Won't have to worry about stealing, you know? So much.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here?
Hi.
How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Hey, she called me fella. I'm passing through. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm just trying to get my ship off the ground.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
I picked up at least one.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads.
Yeah, I think I got the
greatly
one at the
obliged.
community center. Today's your lucky day. I've got one of those data pads.
No
you
kidding.
wanted.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, which one?
Part 1, found it in the community center.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I want to ask you
What's
something.
on your mind?
How long you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
So, what were you doing out here in the wilderness?
We all left the
In the
cannery for one reason or another.
wilderness.
Me? I was let go. Mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... well, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
You know, I should... Okay, so we have to check out Zoe's apartment and speak with Adelaide. Okay. Alright. Da da dee da do da do ba do. Yeah, you don't want to steal that.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
I've noticed this with with the characters, the NPCs. Like when you go into this dialogue screen, you notice her left ear is glowing red. It's caused by the lighting, but that happens. It's kind of common, actually. It's one of those things, you know, that I noticed. I'm sure that's not exactly what was intended. Anyway, she said, "Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates, and be welcome here. Any questions, dear?" "Yeah. What's that smell?"
That'd be the garden, dear. You're standing in a garden. Also fertilizer, so mind your boots.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
And
Yeah,
such a
thank
red,
you.
red glowy
You're
ear.
Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long?
Thomas, my middle name.
You should try some of my tobaccorn tea.
I go
I
by
brew it
Tom.
in an
You can
old
call me
spittoon,
Tom if you want.
but it's been cleaned.
Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out
The
here.
soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Looks like you made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave? Oh, well, hold on. You guys can fly?
My goodness. Aren't you just charming?
Hey, listen, Reed sent me to make peace with y'all.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it.
Uh-oh.
What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Seems your disposition done took a turn for the worse there, lady. You're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. That's about it. Reed asked you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that piece
You mean
of
like in the toilet?
I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant. And he also mentioned a power regulator, which is why I'm doing this.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Listen, lady. I just work here. Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my
Cannery's
ship.
got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Wait a minute. trying to butter me up or something. I'm not looking to get mixed up in your problems. I just want to fix my ship.
Well, if it's all the same to you, then you ought to divert power over to us, shut down Reed's cannery, and scrap it for parts.
What have you got against that dire
You've
town
seen that
now?
miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
You made your point clear enough. I'll see what I can do. I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
You made your point clear as bell. Clear as water. Clear as a window. I'll see what I can do.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Yeah. Damn right I am. You son of a bitch. Okay. She's nice, but she's also kind of mad. Now, I don't mean just like angry. I mean, she's mad. She's kind of mad. Okay.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you
Sounds
with?
terrible. Y'all don't have no salt tuna out there? I'm one of your numbers gone missing. I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Loping? What happened on the day Zoe disappeared? Hey, tell me a little bit about that there, Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this cereal. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What the hell kind of
You
language
sound like
is
some
that?
type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
I ain't no fixer. So, what was that about surprising Zoe? Because I was too busy talking and jabbering.
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
What happened on the day she did? Wait, tell me a little bit about
Zoe
Zoe.
was always obsessed with the cereal.
God
Masked
damn it.
Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
Yeah. Okay, so
Zoe
what
and
happened
I were
on the
gonna
day
watch
she
the serials, as
disappeared?
is our custom.
That's
She never turned up.
Brr.
I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I
over
recall
there?
Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling,
hell?
but I think it's just plain odd.
I'll just have to take a look around her apartment. Look for some of this here journaling, as you call it. See what I can come up with. Hold on, there was something
Hey,
else.
I got time.
Yeah, what are you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I do want to sell some of this excess. Again, if I was playing on Supernova, which is the survival mode / difficulty. I would definitely, instead of selling this excess, I would be storing the excess, keeping quite a bit with me, because it does come in handy when you're playing Supernova mode. Because Supernova mode is about surviving. You'll need to drink water, fluids, need to eat, you'll need to sleep. That's the way you'll need to save. There are no quick saves, etc., etc. You don't regenerate health like you do on normal and hard. So, you know, you definitely got to look after yourself in survival. Anywho, see what else we can get here. Mr. Power, that's 1,000. Damn, son. A beanie? Does it do anything for us? No. Shoot, let's buy one for the hell of it. You know, restricted. What in the hell? I should save just in case. You shouldn't see me back here, but surprised this is stealing. It doesn't matter. Come on over here, girl.
Where are we headed?
Thomas seemed very fond
He's
of
just
you.
interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Well, I've not lately seen a man with a bigger or more obvious crush.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
All right. We can sure as hell do that. That's what we can do. Okay. All right. Get it. Yes. There's one of them there journaling notes. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves, yes ma'ams, and would you like another's. I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the veil once, didn't I? Just because I got sick, everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much adrenatime. Is that really a crime? Apparently it is. I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenatime and suddenly you're committing larceny. Son of a bitch. Zoe's journal, page 22. Well, today, 22. Today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of the barrel fires, probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes on a as a warning to folk like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime. Everybody loves adrenatime, even marauders, right? I got odds those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of adrenatime before their eyes and my boobies. This is going to be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of marauders at my back and call. God damn it. I'm going to have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Back and call. You hear? How I read that. That all the notes? It's 22 pages. At my back and call. I am a robot. I will steal the poster. Why? I don't know. Huh. Well, I sure as hell don't see any other journal bits around here, do you? Come on, girl. Let's go. What do I ever set on? She needs to be, like, following right behind me. I have her on close. Can't get her any closer than that. Okay? Alright. So, there you go. Alright. This is when it gets difficult. Okay? Going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. 3 birds, actually. Because 2 side quests and 1 story quest converge on this spot we're going to. And I can tell you there are a lot. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but there are several enemies. And, you know, they get enough firepower laid on us, then, you know, they get take us down. No problemo. Oops. What I want. So, how good is this? Let's find out, shall we?
Okay, keep him quiet.
It's moving just a bit too much. Any explodies around there? Thought I saw a canid. Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. So, because we're far enough away, this dude had no idea. I mean, he had an idea, but he just didn't fucking know. Okay. Some might call that a flaw with the AI. I call it an exploit. Dude needs to stop moving. Trying to kill him. God damn it.
Here we go. First one. Wow, great work.
Okay. Where did his body drop? Don't you just hate that? You kill an enemy, you can't find his body because you forgot exactly where that spot was. So you're just running around 5-10 minutes looking for a stupid body just so you can loot it, right? Don't you just hate that? Where the hell? Okay, let me think. Okay, there's the doggy. Let's just loot this other shit. I said doggy. It's a canid. Same thing as a dog, though, you know. Alright. Now, where? Ah. Wait. Is that the one? Is that the guy? No. Could be. Oh, no, this is him. No loot? Is that the dude? Now, I could try to stealth this because, see, I did this in my first playthrough, my aborted playthrough. And I tried stealth. And, like I said, there are several enemies at this location, including at least 2 canids. I can't remember how many. 2 or 3. And there are also mines. So really, I'd be better off. All right, let's see something. There's also a bounty down here, so let's figure out. Fistful of digits, that one right there. Figure out, that's the guy. No. Is that the guy? No, no, he's back there. I see. He's on the other side of that building. Oh! Easy, easy. So, we might be able to get away with that. Maybe. They have no idea. This candid has an idea, but doesn't know. You know? Yeah. Just oh man. Oh, this is good. This is so good. This is so good. Oh, I'm loving this rifle. There are a lot of He's dead, right? He sure did moan a lot for a dead guy. There's that candidate right there. They're moving, but they don't know. They have an idea, but they don't know.
Who goes?
Is he coming up here? So they slightly changed their routine. They adjusted.
Come out! Come out!
Is he coming up? He doesn't know yet. He suspects. He doesn't know. Just gotta hold back.
You hiding? You scared?
Yes. Okay, I gotta make sure. Wait, where's Zoe at? She's over there with what's his face? Guillaume. Or wait, yeah, Guillaume. Honestly, I'm pretty sure Yeah, there's one. I know there are more than that,
What's
too.
that noise?
Yeah. Don't you worry about no noise now. Yeah? Oh, I hear another cannon. Heard it. Where is it? I think it's on the other side of this building. All right.
I don't know
Gotta
anyone
look out
who
for
ever came out this
mines.
far.
You coming? Come on. There we go.
Something you need?
Yep. See if I can spot Mr. Guillaume. He's on the other side of those crates. Well, that figures, doesn't it? There's another cannon. That's Zoe. I don't want to shoot Zoe. I'm also going to have to. Was I muted? I hope I wasn't. Anywho, because man, I just clicked my switch. It was sort of semi-set. So it wasn't clicked all the way in the on slot. Wasn't clicked all the way on. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Just need to get some peepers on Mr. Guillaume over there and mines. All I gotta do is get an angle. There he is. I could use that. He's like he's relaxed right next to this exploding, but Zoe's over there too. See how close she is? She's over there. Okay.
Here we go!
They hit the mine. Oh, nice.
Down they go!
Okay. Hey. Sweet. That worked out better than I could have hoped for because I wasn't planning on them running over the mines to get to me. More. I don't want to. Okay. Alright. That should be all the marauders. Hiya, Zoe.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
Well, I'm pretty confused right
Hey,
now.
me too. But mostly because I just had my second dose of adrenatime. I am so completely addled right now. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I need you to clarify something for me.
I'm great at clarifying.
Are you a prisoner?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of adrenatime, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Nah. Why did you leave
I got
camp?
kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the Botanical Labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find but a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse? I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
There's something else,
I've got
actually.
all the time in Halcyon.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Well, now, I'm just going to have to persuade you. You should go back. People are worried.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
What about Stefan? You two were friends.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my
True.
stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be
Watch out
glaring
for
knives at me.
Mines.
I've got that
There
to
might
look
be
forward
some
to.
mines remaining. Okay. We'll see you there. All right, girl. Time dilation location hits. You have unlocked location hit effects for tactical time dilation. Hitting enemies in different locations during TTD maims or cripples those body parts. Combat dialogue abilities. You have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Automatically debilitated. Tactical time dilation lasts longer. Yes, we need that. Absolutely. Okay. So next we're going to well, I could do one or two things. I think what I'll do is go wrap up Die Robot. Along with comes now the power. And then after I wrapped everything up, when I go back to town, I'll be able to wrap up the... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I also need to remember to be on the lookout for those manuals. One's in the cannery and one is in the geothermal plant. And then I can turn in, all these. Well, the Fright Engineer, Fistful of Digits, and Die Robot side quests I can turn in at Edgewater. This one I turn in over at the Botanical Gardens or plants as they call it. Yeah,